Do the research. All right. It's like trying to say that the Arabs own Hollywood. Some moron said that, and I'm still laughing, as are millions of Americans. The Arabs do not own Hollywood. They did not invent Hollywood. The medical mafia is a Zionist, Jewish, exclusive fraternity of death, drugs, surgery, and so-called treatment. Now, the ironic thing about that is that the same kind of people, the same kind of Zionist mentality, even before Zionism was officially quantified, were behind the invention, marketing, merchandising, and profiting from the slave trade over 200, 300 years ago.
It's interesting that you bring that up. Not only is a common denominator the Zionists, but also if you look at just the pattern that's going on now and the pattern that went on then, the slave owners wanted their slaves to remain ignorant and in the dark about what was going on. Okay? It's just the medical mafia is just like those slave owners in that sense today. Because back then, if you ran a plantation, okay, you wanted to make sure that your slaves remained obedient, submissive, and illiterate because you didn't want them to learn. If a slave had the nerve to disobey the master, he was beaten within an inch of his life. Books were not allowed. And so that's the same situation that's going on today with this medical mafia. They do not want this information out there. They want people to remain ignorant on cancer treatments and treatments for other degenerative diseases, and they will absolutely crucify anybody that goes up against them.
Well, they'll kill them.
Yeah, they will. They will kill them.
We're talking beyond hundreds of billions of dollars. We're talking about, it's $1 trillion industry worldwide.
Trillion.
It is population reduction. If you study the work of Rife, for example, and there have been others, and there are many treatments for cancer that are perfectly fine. And you know one of the most easily accessible treatments for cancer? Simply stop eating poisoned food. Stop the meat, stop the dairy, stop the processed food, and give your body a chance to immunologically function normally. And you're not going to get sick in most cases.
Absolutely. Eat a clean diet, stop eating the poisons. And you know what? Get outside in the sunlight. Get some vitamin D. That's one of the best cancer preventatives that costs nothing. You go out and get some sun. We've been all brainwashed into being afraid of getting sun. And we're so afraid of getting too much sun that we use these toxic sunscreens on our body. Go out and get some vitamin D. Studies have shown that it can cut your cancer risk by 80%, just getting 30 minutes of sunshine a day.
That's right, because it builds the immune system, which defeats the bacteria or viruses that are causing the cancer. Now, if you look in the flu box under featured stories at rense.com, look down toward the bottom of it, you'll see Dr. John Cannell, MD's YouTube video on vitamin D and building the immune system and preventing, apparently, most people from becoming sick with flu. They won't get the viruses because vitamin D is crucial. 5 minutes in a bathing suit in the sunshine around 12 noon will give you 1,000 units of vitamin D per minute created, 5,000 units a day, which is what you need to survive with a fine, strong constitution. You can do it with tablets. Yeah, if you're in a climate that is overcast, get vitamin D. Get vitamin D anyhow. I take 5,000 units a day. I wouldn't be without it.
Yeah. It's one of the most overlooked nutrients in our diet is vitamin D. Get the sun if you can. If not, you're right. You can take the fish oils that'll have the vitamin D in them.
They have vitamin D in wonderful formulations now that aren't even from fish oils. So the point is, we are eating foods as a culture, again, if you can call it that, from soils that are dead, toxic, polluted, poisoned. The average head of lettuce in the UK, for example, worthless iceberg lettuce, which is eaten all the time, is sprayed 13 times with herbicides and pesticides before it even gets to the market. 13 times. And then the soil, of course, has all this in it, and the plant takes it up into its cells, and it's inside the plant, not just outside. So it's no wonder people are dying.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they're doing is they're eating pesticides in that situation. Yeah, I mean, you know, one of the reasons that we have so many people as well getting cancer is from all of the fast foods. I mean, it sounds like such a simple prognosis, but hey, you know, you're eating hydrogenated oils these oils your body takes in, these French fries and all these fried foods and these fake fats, and your body does not know what to do with them. And it looks at them as an invader, and these oils actually go in and they'll coat your cell wall, and they'll inhibit the oxygen uptake mechanism in those cells, and that's the beginning of cancer. I mean, that's the whole principle of one of the treatments in my book, Cancer Step Outside the Box, is called the Budwig diet. It is a remarkable diet, and all it is, it's based upon consuming a mixture of cottage cheese with flax oil, because the sulfur-rich proteins in the cottage cheese make the good omega-3 fats in the flax oil water-soluble, and it's able to penetrate the cell wall and bring oxygen to the cell. It seems so simple, but thousands and thousands of people have been cured by just adding one serving of cottage cheese mixed with flax oil to their diet every day.
Well, there you go. Okay, from flax oil comes all kinds of things. I'm not a dairy person, but if you do want to eat the cottage cheese, make sure it's purely organic. All right? Crucial. All right, back with Ty Bollinger in just a minute. His book is extraordinary. Cancer, Step Outside the Box and Save Your Life. Be right back. And welcome back. Jeff Rentz with Ty Bollinger, one of the most important books on cancer in many, many years. Cancer, Step Outside the Box. The most eye-opening book since 1984. I believe that. Featured on the New York Times and Amazon, of course. This is a book that should save many lives. Many lives. And you do remember, I hope some of you, I guess it was in JAMA. There was a study, maybe it's the New England Journal of Medicine. There was a study by the American Medical Association that admitted that people with the same cancers, those who did the usual surgery, poisoning, and radiation therapy, and those who did absolutely nothing, lived precisely as long. In fact, those who did nothing lived slightly longer and had a vastly better quality of life. So just on the face of it, if you do nothing, don't do the mutilation, radiation, and poisoning. Just don't do it. And then get Ty's book and learn how to get well, all right? That's really the bottom line here. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, the reason that I chuckled there when you said the American Medical Association is one of the most recent artworks that I've my good friend David Dees has done for me is one of my websites is called exposedthemedicalmafia.com, and that's kind of a joint venture between me and Dr. Scott Whitaker. We're both selling. He's got a book that's almost as in your face as mine is, and so we decided to kind of go into partnership and sell the books on that website. But the reason I laughed is that if you go to that website, the picture that David did for us is one of the most fantastic representations, by the way, of the medical mafia that I've ever seen. It's just an amazing picture, but in the middle it says American Murder Association, so that's why I chuckled. But you're right. The study shows that if you do nothing, you're going to live at least as long, actually a little bit longer. I mean, look at the people that have died. I mean, remember Tony Snow about a year and a half ago?
Sure.
The press secretary. He was 53 years old.
He didn't have to die.
He died from the chemo.
Yeah, he didn't have to die.
No, I mean, the chemo killed him.
Yeah,
the chemo killed him. And
exactly.
I get emails every day from people that are on their deathbed from the chemo. Okay, this is not just conjecture. It's just not some theory. This is reality every day from people that have bought my book. I get emails from people that are about to die from the chemo,
right.
And these are stories of their relatives saying, "Ty, I don't understand. They were fine 2 months ago. The doctor said the chemo would take care of it, and now they've told them that they have 2 months to live.
All right,
what's going on?"
What's the percentage of oncologists who will not go near chemotherapy?
91%.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough said. If you don't figure it out, nothing we can do for you. It's right there. The damn doctors won't touch it. This is death in capsule, death in the bottle. You can't do it. You can your body will cure itself, your body will heal itself. All you have to do is stop abusing it. That's 90% of it. Now, there are some cancers, like cell phone-induced radiation cancers, which is what they are. They're microwave radiation, and the scientists who study this are projecting 50 million cases of cell phone-induced brain cancer tumors